Hello everyone, that manga kid here to do an alternative manga spotlight on the strange tale of Panorama Island. This is a manga adaptation by Suehiro Maruo. The original novella is by Edogawa Ranpo. This is set in Japan in the 1920s, and our main character is a struggling novelist who has this dream of building this kind of paradise for adults, this this panorama island, and he ends up having the opportunity to do this by impersonating a man that he resembles who has recently died. And so I'm not giving away spoilers. I just reread the back of the volume to make sure to see what the synopsis was, and that I wouldn't be giving away something that people can't actively find without having to read this. So Suehiro Maruo does eroguro, which is erotic, grotesque manga. Because this is not his original story, I've not read anything else by him, unfortunately. I haven't been able to get my hands on anything else by Suehiro Maruo, but I would assume because this is not his original story, it is a little bit more tame, from what I can tell, than his other works are. So this may be a good introduction to his works if you're not used to the eroguro genre. But this story was so compelling and just kind of mesmerizing, and I guess that's the point. But I was quite surprised. I've wanted to read this for years, and then Last Gasp has republished it recently, and I was very excited to hear that. It's quite gross in some aspects. And this our main character is not a likable person by any means. It kind of gave me a Great Gatsby vibe with a little bit more horror, but it just gave me that vibe of indulgence and over the top kind of frivolity, I guess. I don't know. It's so interesting. It's not a very long volume at all either, and it really told a quite interesting story in such a short amount of time. I just really enjoyed it, and when I put it down after I finished it, I just wanted to read it again. And the art is stunning, and I'll show you some in a bit. I will avoid all the naked people. There is a lot of naked people in this. There is a lot of sex in this. Just a fair warning. There is a little bit of gore. I just don't know how to explain it. I highly recommend reading it. I really, really do. I don't know who I recommend it to, but just in general, if this intrigues you at all, I recommend picking it up. It was such a wild ride, and by the end, I just watching all these adults kind of frolic in this beautifully strange place that this very selfish man, created. I couldn't help but feel like I wanted to go there, and I got his vision for it. And even though I don't agree with what he did, his tactics to get to that point and to be able to create this panorama island, but there was a part of me that was like, nah, I get it. I totally get it. And I would love to go there. But I don't know. It was really, really fascinating. I'm also curious. I don't know if the novella by Edogawa Ranpo is readily available in English, but if it is, I would really love to check it out. Um, it'd be interesting to see the difference between the original thing and the adaptation. I'm just trying to find a decent page here that kind of captures what is going on. Here's a decent one. Nice train. It's just got some really like crisp art. Really beautiful, beautiful, like full page, interesting paneling. Yeah, it's really stunning. Highly, highly recommend reading it. I don't want to give it away, like give the whole story away or anything, because it's just one volume. But if you have not read The Strange Tale of Panorama Island, I highly recommend picking it up. It was so good. I will absolutely reread this many times. I just was totally engulfed into this world, and even though, like I said, I hated the main character, I just was like, I don't, I. There's a point where one of the characters, at in like once Panorama Island is ready, and people are using it, he just goes, I don't even care who this guy is or what he's done or anything. This is the best place on earth, and something to that effect. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Um, yeah, very fascinating. Very, very, very fascinating story. Highly recommend reading it. If you've read The Strange Tale of Panorama Island, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Um, as always, thanks for watching.